I dressed today in what you may call fatigues, but it's not, it has a twofold meaning. Either I'm prepared to fight, or either I'm prepared to lose. And in some cases, it's a lot of people that are dressed and they're killing themselves. And whenever Tony said that, I'd already had it written as a part of what it was God was giving me today to give to you. You are killing yourselves. Why? You're taking self-inflicted wounds whenever you don't have to. But I didn't want to start that way, and I didn't even want to start with what I'm about to tell you next, but because as he was speaking, I was listening, I was hearing, and we were already talking this morning about being able to pull ourselves out of others, because you have given yourself over to people and to their ways and to their way of thinking and what they think about you and what they say about you, that you may either silently have agreed with, but they still yet have the power over you in that place. And he was telling us, he said, you have to pull yourself out of people. Pull yourself out now. And God always give me a play with words, and I put PPT. So PPT. He said, pull yourself out of people, out of the places, out of things. So what is a noun? What is a noun?
A person, place, or thing.
A person, place, or thing. So pull yourself out now. Pull yourself out of the people, out of the places, out of the things. Do it now. Now you're able to do it, and you should be able to want to do it. We listen to the song, I Run. And you may have listened to the words and you may not have listened to the words, but let me tell you something about consecration this morning. It is real. Consecration, this 13 steps, the first 4 is real. And as I listen to you, people were in 3 and 4. But I kind of smile within myself because the anointing is critical and the communion. See, you got to be able to be in the presence of the Lord for your instructions for the day, for your marching orders. Because, see, you won't be able to listen and you won't be able to speak what it is you hear if you have not been in communion. See, you can't miss these steps. And if you take these steps seriously, and if you apply it, I guarantee you, it's guaranteed to work. You won't be going in your own way, in your own mind, doing your own thing. Why? Because now you've submitted your will and your way to him first. And then you can hear what he says as you listen to what they say. And then you will be able to speak what he says and not the response that you are willing to give. In us, there is power. But the greatest power that we need to know concerning and to have concerning consecration is the power of belief. If you don't believe that you're going to achieve something from this, if you don't believe going into this that you're going to get something out of it, and you just go with the motion and not in the mindset of it, you're not going to get this thing. You're going to find yourself repeating these steps over and over again. And you know what? And we can do it. We can repeat it, but we repeat it with purpose. We repeat it with what we need that we have already received. And then this just becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of our daily going, our daily doing. Because for the next 4 steps, I'm telling you, you're going to have to really have to have received and worked out these first 4. Don't miss a step in consecration. And don't get in where you fit in. It was given to us. It was given to us. And I thank God, because if it was given to us, the time that it was given to us, it was stated April 1st through the 30th. A 30-day cycle. Don't you understand that if it was given to us and you received it, that we're going to be a part of the foundation. It started with us. And if you didn't start it, you can't be a part of the foundation. You got to be able to hear the word and to be able to move at the word. When the word is spoken, you got to have an obedient spirit. You got to have a yes, Lord. You got to have a yes, Lord, in your spirit. Yes, Lord, but yes, I hear. Yes, I will. Yes, I will obey. Yes, I will yield my will to what your will is for me. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Where are you in your process of change? I'm not asking you to answer me that. But there should be a place that we should be, and it shouldn't be now we're just going to start the process. We've already got the book. We already see what's written in it. We see ourselves in that, in different places in it. So where are you in your process? I thank God for the consecration, because for so long in my life, as I stated whenever we were in the meeting with the Georgia region on yesterday, I've had lockjaw for so long. And that's because, just like I heard you say, I could hear people and I know that people weren't telling the truth. But yet I kept my mouth shut. And I did it for a different reason. There are reasons why you do what you do. But until you can admit the reason why and come to yourself in truth, that's, I'll tell you about that in 1 second. I'll tell you what it takes for that. In my having lockjaw, it was only because I always believed that God was going to deal with the one that was lying to me. I always had the word in me. You're not lying to me. You're lying to the Holy Ghost in me. Mm-hmm. I always had the word to keep my mouth shut. Mm-hmm. But that was for such a time as that. But in consecration, God has been bringing back to me. Now my mouth has to be open. See, when you have lockjaw in the natural, in order to get rid of it, what does it take? Anybody? What kind of shot? A tetanus shot will unlock your jaw. But in this consecration, truth unlocks your jaw. And if you can't tell yourself the truth about why you are keeping your mouth shut, then you'll never be free to speak. You'll never be free to tell them the truth of what you hear, even when you're hearing them tell the lie. And I did, we have to be able to get to the root of why it is I keep my mouth shut, why it is I can come back into this place. And whenever I'm asked, what did I receive? I should be able to open up my mouth if I've already opened up my mouth out there in truth. See, there's no practicing. We become the patients to them, and they practice all their wares on us, and they get what they need, but we never practice the truth on them for us to be able to get what it is we need. We have to now do what it is that we're called to do, and we're called to not only listen, but we're called to anoint. We're called to commune and to hear and to speak. And we were told that the words then that we speak would be the Q-tip that would go into their ears, that their ears would be able to be cleaned out. Some of us won't speak and tell the truth because even the words say in this day and time, we rather believe a lie than the truth. Because you know what? If I can believe a lie, it means that I don't have to deal with you in truth. I can hear what you say, I can take what you say, and I can go on my way. The Lord showed me this morning. He gave me, this is funny to me, but I understand it, and I'll give you the understanding. He brought back to me Fantasy Island. I don't know if you all saw the show, Little Midget Tattoo, Fantasy Island. The plane. And he was saying to me in that, he said, in the minds of people, he said, there's so much fantasy. There's so many things that they want to believe to be real that's not. He said, but yet I send the plane. He said, I send the plane. The plane is the truth. I send the plane to land to come and get you up out off of Fantasy Island. out of your way, out of your faith belief, out of the things that you want to believe that's not true. And he says, for time after time, the plane lands and you refuse to step on board. Truth comes and you refuse to receive it. So then that leaves you still in your own mind, in your own way. But he said that help is within us. Help is within. And he said if you can, because what we have done in these fantasies and the things that we hold in our mind, we have compartmentalized, we put them in different places in us. And he told me, he said, a cluttered mind. He said, in the spirit, he said, it's still a cluttered house in the natural. Go home and check your rooms. And if your house is junky, if your house is messed up, you got a messed up mind. But we've gotten so used to, and we are able to take everything and we are able to put it in different places in us, in different compartments in us. And yet we don't even have to deal with what it is that's in us, but yet truth comes and it comes to the different compartments. And yet we don't want to let it clean us up. We don't want it to clean us out. But he said help is within. It is within all of us. So you'll never be able to clean your house up in the natural because you won't allow God through truth to go to your house on the inside, your heart, your mind, and let truth come to clean that up, to clean us up out from that. Stop killing yourself. Stop killing yourself. Stop inflicting. Stop taking these things in and holding them in. He said that there's a lot of things. This is the greatest thing that I've got. Out of all your hurt, out of all of everything that everybody done to me, what they said to me, how they talked about me, how they did me. He said you're holding in a lot of things that is of no worth. It don't profit you nor your soul anything. But he said that you have given what's not worth nothing in you. You have given it the power. You have allowed yourself to be able to hold on to it so that you can use it at whatever time you want to use it to block your change.
All right.
It's not worth it. But you give things inside you that have been done to you. You have held it in. You are holding it in. He said it's of no use. He said, I came that you might have life, and that more abundantly. But you're holding on to death on the inside, and it has no worth. And you refuse to let it go, but you use it so that you won't have to change. You bring it back up, you bring it back out in places, and you use it on people, and it has no worth. It profits you nothing. And you cannot progress. You can't move forward. Although you're facing forward, you have nothing in you because that is hindering your change. It's hindering your forward movement. It's hindering you from being who God called you to be, and is hindering you and is keeping you from your purpose. Procrastination is real. And I understood why he told me this morning, bring your tomorrow into your today. Whatever it is you think you're going to do tomorrow, start it today. Start doing it today. Because it's not your mind, if it's going to profit you, that is. It's not your mind that took you into tomorrow. but it's something that God wanted you to see today, that you needed to start working on today. And I'm appreciative for the consecration. I thank God for allowing me to get in on the ground level. I thank God for the foundation. I bless him for him giving this to prophet, hearing God to say that it's going to shake the nation. And I believe that in the most humble way, because it didn't have to be me. I didn't have to be one. I'm just so grateful that I am one. Get within yourself. Go into yourself. Pull yourself up. Pull everything up out of you in truth. Pull it up so you can release it now. So that where God is trying to get us to go, where he's trying to take you, you'll be able to go, and you'll be able to go freely. Who wants to be dragged into goodness? Not me. Who wants to be dragged? That's just like telling God, hey, whoa, wait a minute, I ain't ready for that yet. No, I'm ready for it, and I'm ready for it now. So in order for me to be able to pull myself out of people, places, and things, I have to pull up in me the things that's hindering me from being able to pull myself out of them. Because the only thing that's down in me is everything they said. Is every place they took me. And it's the things that they deposited in me. Lockjaw is real. But truth is the tetanus shot for the lockjaw that'll cause your mouth to be open. And when you open your mouth, you'll open it in truth. You'll open it in love. But God will give you a way to say it in love, that who you're speaking to, they'll get the understanding. They'll have the understanding. And they'll know that you're not playing. They'll know that you're real. I used to play with people in the church, all because, and I just use the word play, because I knew I always wanted them to get the overseer. I always wanted them to get the pastor. Because I knew if I gave them Cheryl, it wasn't nothing nice. And it was many times that I would ask God to release me to be able to say. But as I said, the only thing that kept me in the place of lockjaw was that I just believed the word. And now today I still believe the word, but there has been a release because of consecration. And I don't have that anymore. I don't even have the desire. I'm looking for people to speak it to. I'm listening so I'll be able to give others what it is they have need of. Because this is real. Consecration is real. The power of belief is the first thing that you're going to have in order to be able to experience this consecration in a real way. In a real way. I dare not go through this consecration in the motion only. Just to get up and anoint with no meaning. To take communion with no meaning. To listen with no meaning. To speak and it has no meaning. And I dare not be able to give somebody else the truth and they take it and they run and I'm still left. I'm left behind because of the power of belief. I can believe to tell you what's right and to give you the truth, but not to be able to receive it for myself. No, I'm going to be a first partaker. And I first believe, so I'm first able to receive. Go in your consecration. Go in it in belief and see what happens. See what happens. This is real. And whenever you get real with God, I guarantee you, God will get real with you. This is all being said in Jesus' name and amen.